Pencil power! Hey guys, welcome to Pencil Power. Hope you liked our introduction. We will be drawing a bear head with a squid body requested by one of our followers.
Yeah, so we got a request, and if you would like to request something that we draw, then you can send us an email to the email that is in the description of this video.
And we will definitely draw it. Maybe not immediately, but...
we'll see what we can get to.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so I've been practicing. I've been looking at drawing bear heads, because I don't normally draw bear heads.
I'm going to draw a cartoon.
And Scarlett's going to do a cartoon, and I'm going to try to do a semi-realistic looking one. But the basic shapes of both are going to be kind of the same. Okay? So let's get started. And remember, we're going to do 3 steps. We're going to start with ghosting, and that's where you don't actually touch the paper. And then we're going to do, what's step 2?
You say it.
Sketching. And that's where you sketch. And then we're going to finish.
Finish.
And what are you going to use to finish today?
I will be using a Kiritake, whatever it's called.
Kiritake 55.
Kiritake 55 Feud.
And I will be using a Kiritake number 8 brush pen.
But that's for inking. We will be inking for finishing. So if...
you can finish with a Sharpie, you can finish with markers,
dark marker, we would suggest.
Yeah.
You don't even have to finish. Again, we're just trying to teach you to be good people.
What does that even mean?
It means that I'm hilarious.
Oh, okay. She's hilarious. All right. So the first thing that I like to do is I like to look at my paper and try to figure out kind of how much of different things. And I like to do things in thirds. And so I'm going to say that about 1/3 of the way down is about here. And that's where I want the bottom of the bear head to be. And there's another 1/3 of the way down, and there's another 1/3. And so I'm going to have the tentacles of the squid body be take up 2/3, and then the bear head take up 1/3. And so I'm just going to come up here, and I'm going to start ghosting a circle. Okay? And we're going to kind of cut shapes off of this circle. Remember, ghosting
I'm
just
going to ghost some little ears.
Before you do that, ghost a circle for the head. We're going to get the big head shape on.
I know, but I'm going to do the ears like right here.
I know, but we need to know where the head is first.
I just do it like this.
All right. Scar's going to do her own thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do a big circle like this. Okay. And now I'm going to just sketch in a circle. Okay. Keep sketching real lightly until you kind of get a good feeling of it. Okay. And that's good. And I've got some drawings over there. Not some drawings. I've got some pictures pulled up on my computer of what bears look like. And so we're going to do one big circle, and then we're going to do two little half circles. It's actually not cheating. It's called using reference photos, and using reference photos is totally okay. Okay, so then I have this big, and this kind of looks like a teddy bear to me, right? Big circle head.
Yeah, that definitely looks like a teddy bear.
So to change it, did you bump your head?
Yes.
To change it from a teddy bear shape to a more realistic shape, we're going to carve some things off. So they have kind of about little points, right? And so I'm going to just kind of draw a little line across the top. Okay, and I'm going to draw kind of a line like this down the sides, match that line down the sides like this.
This is the outline of my head.
And then it gets a little thinner down here. And so they have, if I were to draw this shape really dark, the shape kind of looks like this.
Daddy. This is the outline of my head.
It comes down a little bit like that, okay? And I bet you that different bears have different shaped heads, but we're going to kind of do this, right?
Yeah, I'm going like a really small cartoony bill, and I'm doing it like right after lunch, right after 2 human meals. After lunch.
Okay, now a little bit of the way down, probably about 1/3 of the way down, I'm going to draw just a little line. That's where the eyes and nose are going to go. The eyes and the nose seem to be, depending on which way the bear is looking, kind of level with each other. So the top of the nose, which is really big, is going to be flat.
Eyes.
Okay, and then it's going to kind of come to a point.
My eyes and nose are going to be kind of different.
Kind of like that. And then the eyes are going to be about here. Kind of like that. And then the snout is just a circle. And so I'm just going to kind of draw a circle.
I'm going to kind of draw a rounded triangle, an upside down rounded triangle, like that.
Awesome. And my bear is going to be doing this. What's your bear going to do?
my bear's just gonna have a normal face, I guess.
Just a normal face. Mine's gonna be like, ah!
Ah!
Okay. And so, when I do this, right, my eyebrows go down.
Daddy, can I erase
and they
this?
bunch up in the middle. Yeah, go ahead. Or if you want, you can flip your page over. So, I'm gonna have kind of some angry eyebrows. Kind of a little V shape. And then that's gonna kind of give me kind of the shape of the eyes.
I'm doing my circles really big because he's spotting something awesome.
Okay, and then I'm actually going to have like the mouth be a little like lopsided, kind of like a little Elvis lip. And so I'm going to tilt the nose just a little bit. Everything's going to kind of go on this angle, okay? So I'm going to tilt the nose just a little bit. It's going to scrunch up this side, so I'm going to draw little scrunch marks. Okay, and then we'll kind of come over and give us some wrinkles. Okay, and so big circle down here, and then I want the same circle except slightly smaller down there. Okay, and then what I'm noticing is that there's a little half circle here, and that's where the teeth go.
I'm gonna make him smiling with pointy teeth.
Smiling with
They're
pointy
really
teeth.
jagged.
Okay, and then they come in a little bit and come out again, right? And so from the edges of this circle, we're gonna kind of come in, and about 2/3 of the way down, go out. Come in and go back out, okay? And then their teeth, they have two main teeth on the top. I'm going to give him his little snarl. So this is going to come up sideways like that and wrap around. And then I'm going to
This is how I'm doing my two teeth.
I'm going to draw a line across. How are you doing your two teeth? Cool. Oh, they're curly.
I'm doing them all really jagged and weird shape.
Oh. So
But
the
they're all
teeth,
very pointy.
I'm going to have the teeth kind of come out a little bit to kind of break that shape up. So the teeth are going to come out, and they're kind of like cones. They don't actually come to a point. Okay, and then we're going to go like this, and that's going to be kind of the teeth in the middle, and then about just as long.
That looks like the nose. That looks like teeth coming out of the nose.
Yeah, once I
now I see.
Now you see it. Okay, and then the bottom teeth flare out even more. So I'm going to come over here like this, and I'm going to have those kind of flare out like that.
Flare, flare, flare,
Flare.
flare.
Okay, and then we have a row of teeth in the middle here like this, and then we've got the throat and the tongue. So I'm going to have the tongue come in.
Flaring.
Okay, and you'll notice that I'm just throwing lines down. If I don't like them, I don't bother erasing the lines because I can do that later. You can just kind of just keep going until you like it. Now, bears' lower lips, they kind of are all over the place.
Ooh, like this.
Sometimes. So I'm going to have this bear's lip wrap around this tooth and kind of drip to a little V point here and kind of flap out.
My bear's lips are like a little beard.
Like a beard?
Yeah, look, these are his beard lips.
Beard lips. How does that work? Are they furry?
No, they just look like an old man beard.
Okay. So now I have that basic shape, and I'm just going to remind myself that this is fur, so I'm just going to draw in a little bit of fur. Okay, and whenever fur turns a corner, it's going to kind of flare out a little bit. Okay, go ahead, Scar. You go ahead and tell us what we're doing while I finish this up.
Well, first of all, I have my grandpa beard and a bunch of jagged teeth, and I've colored my ears in, and I have my eyes, and I have my nose, which if you want to know how to do it, just do a little connects the dots triangle. So do a triangle shape, and then round it all like that. And then you just color it in. I like to color it in with these little swirly lines, like this. But you can color it in like this, with these straight lines. But I like to color it with these swirl lines.
Cool. What are you going to do to transition from the furry head to the slimy tentacles?
I'm going to do furry tentacles.
Furry tentacles? That's a great idea.
Well, just so they can turn into Justin. So I'll do a line with a bunch of fur.
How do you draw fur?
I just do it like this. I do little mountain shapes.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So now that I've got kind of my basic sketch for my head, I'm going to jump into the tentacles, and I'm just going to have the fur kind of obscure and mask that connection. So the connection's going to come out. Okay. Now how are you going to do tentacles?
Well, I'm going to do them curvy. So that's my curved tentacle, and it's going to have some hair right there. Then eventually the hair dies down, and I'm going to draw some little suction cups. Mm-hmm. And this tentacle behind it, which I will cast a shadow. Actually, I can't cast a shadow, so we'll have to do that. And this. And I'll cast a little shadow on it so that you guys know that that one is in front of that one.
Now some squids...
And then I will do one like that.
Some squids have like these big kind of football-shaped sucker things on two really long arms. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have one of those kind of coming up here.
I'm not even going to count how many tentacles I do.
One thing I've noticed with tentacles...
I'm going to do kind of like an Ursula shape. You know how hers is like that? I'm going to kind of do that from where it's standing.
That's a good idea.
Because Ursula's a little sea octopus.
Now, one thing I've noticed with tentacles is that they have these little suckers, and the suckers are two circles. There's the circle on the inside where it attaches, and then there's the circle on the outside where it kind of flares out. If you look at those from the side, they're like a cone with the top and the bottom chopped off. And so they kind of go like that. So if you draw them like one circle and
it's
two
like
circles.
It's like a little suction cup.
They're little suction cups. And so I'm going to have my little suction
they're
cups
like
this.
Underwater suction cups.
Yeah.
I don't think actual suction cups would work.
You don't think actual suction cups would work?
No.
Okay, now I'm going to draw a line down the tentacles where we would see the suction cups. We're not going to see them on the top. We're only going to see it when they turn to the underside. And then I'm just going to kind of sketch in
Well, my suction cups are just sticking out.
That's fine. And those are kind of they're in little rows of two. That one's kind of out there a little bit.
I'm just doing little triangles.
That's okay. However you want to do it is totally fine. Okay, so let's ink this. I'm going to ink this bear head. Are you done sketching, or are you going to keep going? I like that.
I'm just going to finish up my tentacles.
Okay.
I'm almost done.
So I'm inking with a Kuretake brush pen, and you can see that it's got a little brush tip on the end there. And so if we come in here like this...
And just to show you, because I'll be done in like 3 minutes, this has one very small end and one very huge end. The huge end writes like that. So that's better for like coloring stuff in. This little one that writes like that is better for actually inking.
Okay, now I'm going to leave a little highlight on the nose because their noses are wet, and things that are wet are reflective, and so they're going to be shiny. And because my guy's gone a little Elvis-y on this side, his nose kind of turns a little bit.
Hey, Daddy, could I use this to make the little reflection?
Sure.
Is this a really white one?
That is a gray marker.
Could I use the one that's really white?
You're going to look for the gel pen. No, you're going to want this one.
Yeah, that.
Here.
Yeah, I know, and I only press like that hard, or else it'll come out so freaking fast.
Yeah, you don't need to press really hard on that one.
You barely need to press it at all. Okay, so one time my dad used this one, and he pressed fairly hard. He pressed like, here, I'll show you. He pressed like that hard. And like so much of it came out.
Just came pouring out on me. I didn't quite anticipate it.
Yeah, and he's like, it's coming to get me.
Is that what I said?
Well, that's not what he said. I'm just a weirdo, and I'm awesomely weird, so...
I see.
Everybody, you have to love me, by the way.
You have to?
Yeah.
It's a requirement?
Yes.
How are you going to enforce that?
Love me or you'll die.
You don't even know who these people are. How are they going to die?
I'll make them angry enough.
You'll make them angry enough that they die?
Yes. Angry.
What if instead of threatening everybody, we're super excited that they came to our channel to watch these videos?
Yeah, thanks. By the way, we love requests, so do some more requests.
Okay, so because bears have fur, I'm kind of just doing little quick motions with my brush here, and that's going to give me kind of a little bit of an indication of some fur.
Dad, this is the gel pen, not the big thing.
Yeah, you were talking about the Popsy pen, I think. Yeah, the gel pen's
Yeah, I guess the gel pen still work.
It's a less crazy.
There. That's more blue than I expected. And I'm also going to do a little highlight in his eyes.
Okay, now one thing I've noticed is that bears do not have very good dental hygiene.
Well, duh.
What do you mean, duh? You don't think they should brush their teeth?
You're so...
I think they should brush their teeth. You guys should brush your teeth. It's important.
Don't listen to anything he says. Listen to what I say. Brush your teeth.
Okay, so when I say that, I mean right here at the top, it's a little bit darker. And so I'm just going to kind of put a little bit of some little lines there to kind of show that he's got some plaque buildup. And their gums are a little darker, and the lip is going to cast a shadow. So we're just going to kind of...
Mine has a grandpa.
Yours has a what?
Yours looks hilarious, but only because it has a squid body.
I'm trying to make it look funny. Okay, so let's finish this other eyebrow here, and I'm going to go this way. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and we'll kind of just indicate a little bit of that fur. And I want some more like angry lines here coming out. All right, and then this side of the snout is going to come off like that. That's looking pretty good.
And
I'm going to say he combed his hair this morning, and so all of his fur is going this way.
You are so weird.
You don't think bears can comb their hair? Have you ever heard of Fozzie Bear? Or, let me think, Yogi Bear?
No.
He's smarter than the average bear.
He's not real.
Well, just because he's not real doesn't mean he can't comb his hair.
Dad?
Yes.
If you're not real, you can't comb your hair.
You're not real, man.
I can comb my hair.
Is that the defining characteristic of realness?
No, Dad, look.
Well, let me ask you this.
If I were a hologram, would that show up? Would I be able to hold this?
I don't know. Maybe it depends on how good your programmer is. That's programmed. Stop writing on yourself. Don't write on yourself with my pens. Write on yourself with your own pens.
You're not my father.
I am, and I don't want all of your oil on my pen tips.
Oh, you don't worry about mine?
You're right. I don't care about your supplies. I care about my supplies.
I mean my skin.
Well, your skin that will be fine, but my art supplies will be ruined.
You have to buy me this stuff, yo.
Yo, you're so street. Word.
That's not street.
You know, I've noticed that the inside of a bear's mouth is pink and a little bumpy. There's like these little bumps. And so I'm drawing little bumps. And they have molars too. And so I'm going to come back and just indicate.
Whoa, you're just scribbling.
Some molars.
My bear looks horrible.
I like your bear. Some pretty big lips on that bear. Is he doing this?
No, that's just how his lips are.
Oh, if he's cool with it.
You shouldn't judge people by what their lips look like.
That is a good point.
You shouldn't judge people by what the inside of their mouth look like. You're so mean. You're a meanie. I've suffered a lot of meanies in my time.
You've suffered them?
Yes.
What does that mean?
It means they've been mean to me.
Oh, you haven't suffered them. You've suffered because of them. Okay, I'm gonna leave a couple little swipes here like this to kind of indicate the back of the throat.
Swipe, swipe, swipe.
Little swipes, just like that. And then I'm gonna blacken everything else. Just gonna color it in, and we'll taper those off a little bit.
I like using this gel pen. I don't know what to do with it. I just want to use it.
Well, anywhere that there's a highlight, you can put a little gel highlight there.
I'm just going to make the eyes more white.
You know, I don't know if bears have uvulas.
What are uvula?
A uvula is that little hangy ball deal in the back of your throat, like the punching bag.
Oh, the little like tonsils.
No, that's what everybody thinks are tonsils, but those aren't tonsils.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
what I
uvula.
think is tonsils.
Little hangy ball, and it's the little punching bag in the back.
Huh?
Yes, don't touch it.
I'm not.
But I don't know if they have one or not. I assume that they do. I don't know what a uvula does, but let's say that they
Probably
do.
just makes your life harder.
I'm going to give him some little half circles here for taste buds. And I'm going to use
Hey, Dad, I
those.
think this will work like whiteout.
Yeah, it will. I use it for whiteout all the time.
Seriously?
Uh-huh. It's great.
That's cool.
Just little stippling, little dots.
Whoa, I can whiteout.
And
Do you have an extra one? Do these come in some packs of two?
They come in packs of 2.
Could I have one?
Sure. You can have that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, now I'm going to come in. Can you stop moving the drawing table, though?
Sorry.
Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to do the outside of this like this. Wrap around. We'll get his weird little wobbly lip. See, in my world, I imagine that he's roaring so loud that his lip is vibrating back and forth.
Your world?
Yeah, in my imagination.
I like imaginations.
What do you like about it?
Well, I like that even though things aren't happening, they can still happen if you pretend. Like sometimes when me and my friends play little games, we imagine that we like have boyfriends or things.
What?
Like...
I'm glad you're only imagining that.
We imagine that we have like boyfriends, and so like we just pretend that they're there, but they're not there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like imaginations. They're so much fun. I mean, an imagination. Everybody on YouTube knows what a map is. Imagination is the complete opposite of a map, because a map tells you exactly where to go. But your imagination can run wild, which means it can go wherever it wants. It can go to the deserts, it can go to New York, it can even go to the time of dinosaurs, as long as you imagine it.
That's true. That's why
that was a really long speech.
That's okay. That's why I like reading books. Books are a great way to feed your imagination. You know why?
Yeah, like I love Harry Potter so much that I have awesome dreams about it.
That's cool.
I'm going to do little highlights in his ears. Because I love using this pen. Especially having it being mine.
So there's my bear head. What do you think?
I like it.
Thanks.
I could help you since I'm already done.
I'm good.
Okay.
Do you want to maybe spot some blacks and fill in some shadows, or do you want to use that gray pen to kind of shadow some things?
Do some reflections on the shadow. Do these come in little packs of like tube thingies? Or does it operate like a normal pen?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
I mean, like, does this come with more of these that hold the gel?
No, it doesn't. They're disposable.
What does that mean?
It means you dispose of it when you're done.
I still don't know what this was, like,
Throw it away.
Rid of.
Yeah, get rid of.
How much do they cost?
I don't know.
Really? Did you get that online?
Yeah, I did. Maybe we'll leave a link in the description of this video.
Yeah, check for the link that we might leave. We're weird.
Okay, so this one's going to come behind. So, one thing that I've noticed is that some people, when they are drawing tentacles, they will draw all 8. But
I'm
really,
just going to go crazy with them.
Scarlet
I'm not
doesn't
even
count 'em.
counting them.
No.
I'm just drawing little swirls. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, come on.
What?
I have 8 of them.
And you just accidentally did that?
Yeah.
Don't bump me. Don't bump me while I'm drawing, please.
I'm late on your shoulder.
Hey, I need you to move your knee. I need some space in this general area. Stop.
Hey, my general area is in your general area.
Yeah, but you're not drawing right now. You're just sitting there.
Doing absolutely nothing.
So why don't you draw something?
Dad, never mind.
What?
He won't let me do it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He won't let me do what I'm going to say.
Okay.
It's how you cheat on a test. With whiteout.
You better not be cheating on tests, young lady. What do you think happens when you cheat on tests?
You get really good grades.
Do you learn anything?
Yeah.
What do you learn when you cheat?
That you're bad at tests, so you have to cheat your way through.
You learn that you're bad at tests?
Yeah, so you gotta cheat your way through.
Hey, I'm still trying to draw here.
Cheat your way through.
You can sing, just don't headbang. Honey, seriously. You're hitting me. Stop.
No way.
Hey, okay. Instead of doing that, draw. Draw something. Maybe there's seaweed. Maybe there's other creatures.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna draw a bunch of barnacles on it. Barnacle.
I think Scarlet has reached the silly mode.
No, I've just reached the bored out of my mind mode.
Yeah. You get a little silly when you get like that.
No, I'm completely and utterly bored out of my mind.
Okay.
Seriously, my mind is going to explode.
All right. So.
It's going to explode or explode.
So there's some. No, let's not do that. Okay, so there's my bear-headed squid.
Here's my bear-headed squid.
Is it a squid-bodied bear? Is it a bear with a squid head?
It's a bid. Bear squid.
Bear squid. What about a square? Is it a square?
No.
No, it's not a square.
Bear.
Okay.
No, it's I can't remember.
All right. So.
Well, hope you cheat your way through tests. Just kidding.
Remember, don't cheat and stay in school.
Remember, do cheat.
Okay.
And don't stay in school.
So, to recap, I'm going to do a real quick bear sketch. Can I do it right here?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, remember, you start with kind of a circle, and then you're going to get kind of this shape going on. So, you get this basic shape.
Yeah, so this is how I do it. I do ears.
Okay, and then about
like that, and then
1/3 of the way down, you're going to draw a big nose with huge nostrils and tiny little eyes, and then a circle for a snout.
How I do it.
Hold on just a second, and then if the mouth isn't open, it goes right here, and if it is open, I'm going to put it down here, and the lips go in a little bit, like that. And then we've got teeth, and teeth, and you fill that part in like that, and you can give him whatever expression you want based on the eyebrows.
My version of a bear is super easy. You do it like this.
And then bear ears.
My version of a bear is very easy.
How do you do yours?
You do 2 ears, and then a little lop, and then 2 ears, and then you almost connect the head, and then you go down, and you do an arm sticking out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do 2 legs, and then another leg, and then there, and then you do eyes.
Yeah.
You color the ears in. This is like more of a cartoon bear.
Yeah.
And then you do a little circle thing. And then so far I've just done the mouth with smiles and pointy teeth.
Cool.
So I could draw a lot better if I wasn't hurrying through it.
Yeah. Well, that's why you just get the basic shapes down. Basic shapes. So, if you want to do a cartoon bear, here's the basic shape of a cartoon bear. Big circle. Little circles. Circle here. Circle there. Circle there.
That's a face.
And that you flatten that out. And you round these off. Like this. And then you can kind of just bring this in the middle just a little bit. And then we've got this guy. And I'm going to make him smiling. So we're going to go, our bear's going to go like this. And
I won't draw snouts.
Hey, yeah. Give him little smiling teeth.
What you doing?
There's our bear.
That's a creepy bear. No offense.
That's okay.
I think it is kind of creepy. But
Okay.
I guess that's not offensive because it's just like a 10-second sketch, so.
Yeah, creepy bear is fine. Okay, until next time, guys.
Yeah, see you later on Pencil Power. I'm going to do the introduction. Hey,
At the end.
Pencil Power! Love you guys. Bye.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Hope you like our bears. Give us some more suggestions.